What is up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the F1 2006 Career Mode Championship here on F1 Championship Edition. This is the Chinese Grand Prix, and this is the third to last race of Season 3 of this Career Mode Championship. So after this one, we only have the Japanese Grand Prix and then the finale in Brazil. So let's finish off this season and style and get underway with the Chinese Grand Prix.
Welcome to the Shanghai circuit in the far east of China. Qualifying is about to begin, and as always, we'll be here for the duration to see who earns that coveted pole position.
Before I properly get into this video, I just want to say a massive thank you to all of you guys for getting me to 150,000 subscribers. By the time that this video is live now, it should be around about that landmark. So I just want to say a massive thank you. I thought hitting 100,000 subscribers was just the absolute pinnacle of what an F1 YouTuber could achieve in this very small niche community, but to get 150,000 now is just an absolute bonus. So I just want to say a massive thank you to you guys. I think as a celebration video, I haven't got one lined up, but I think what I might do instead is a Snapchat Q&A. So get some of you guys on the channel, send in some of your video questions to my Snapchat. It'll be put down in the description of this video. The username for my Snapchat is Tiametmarduk, just like my YouTube name, and I'll put out a Snapchat on my story basically asking you guys to send me some snaps, send me some questions, and I'll cover those in a Q&A video, and hopefully you guys get featured on the channel, and it should be something fun and something a little bit different as well. So yeah, I can only say a massive thank you to you guys once again. The support on all my videos lately has just been absolutely insane, and who knows, with the release of F1 2016, maybe we'll get close to 200,000 by the end of this year. But let's get on with this video. We're in qualifying 3 now for the Chinese Grand Prix. If you may have noticed, we managed to top the first part of qualifying, which was absolutely insane. I did have a good feeling coming into this round because, of course, in Season 2, I got a podium around this track. So we'll see what happens by the end of the race weekend. At the moment, I'm kind of struggling for understeer at the final corner. I just had to dial that back a little bit as the race weekend went on, and you'll see I tried to turn in a little bit early. Got caught up on the curb just a little bit, but as we come up to the line, you can see we're slowly improving as each lap goes on, moving up into P5 on that lap. Now we've got oil and debris flags being displayed near the end of this lap, so that kind of put me off there, so we had to abort that lap. And now moving on to the very next lap, you can see there's 3 minutes left to go in the session, so we've got to put in a really decent time in now if we want to get inside the top 5. There's a car in front of us rejoining on the track right in front of us. I think it was our teammate as well. We made contact. I turned in, I committed to the corner, and yeah, I almost knew that the crash was going to happen there. So that was the end of our session there. No more time to set a lap. It was P6 for the qualifying session for the Chinese Grand Prix. So it's not too bad. We're there or thereabouts, but in saying that, I still would have liked to have moved up a few more places there, considering the pace that we did show in qualifying 1, topping that session. So the potential is there for us to move forward. And when you look at the top of the standings there, it is so close from first place down to 7th, only 3/10 separating so many cars there. So if we can get off to a good start on the first lap, we can overtake a few guys. You know, we are there or thereabouts, like I said, for pace. So I think we can go toe-to-toe with some of these guys here in this Chinese Grand Prix. I'm really looking forward to it, and I hope you guys are too. So without further ado, let's get into this race, the Chinese Grand Prix.
Hello and welcome to the Chinese Grand Prix, coming live from the spectacular Shanghai race circuit.
Off we go for the Chinese Grand Prix formation lap. Everyone leaves a massive trail of smoke as they leave the grid. Let me know down in the comments, lads, where will we finish in this race?
All systems confirmed to go for the race. Have fun and good luck.
Come on, guys, let's get this going. My tyres are really starting to cool out now. Here we go. Chinese Grand Prix, starting from 6th place. We've got Fernando Alonso on pole. We need to catch him by the end of this race. 10 red lights, and away we go for this Chinese Grand Prix. Is it a good start? You might have to ask me by the time we get to turn 1. Alonso leads from, I'm guessing that's, don't talk, just don't talk. Just get on with it, Ben.
So leads out of the first corner, and behind him is Barrichello. Next is Massa.
Barrichello runs wide. We're going to have a nice run onto turn 4, which we should be able to take him and move into P3. Yes, we do. Great start for us so far. Thanks for that, engineer. That's exactly what you want to hear. We are in the slipstream of Felipe Massa now. Let's see what we can do heading into one of the longest straights in Formula 1, which looks quite puny now when you compare it to the likes of Baku. But the straight line speed isn't quite there for us at the moment. We are running... Whoa, whoa, whoa! Massive avoidance there to avoid running into the back of Felipe Massa. Now we run side by side. I can't get any words out. I'm trying to stay in this race. And we move into P2 in the process. What was going to be just a regular braking zone turned into wreck avoidance there into... Oh, come on. Nice straight line speed, everybody. I'm sorry, guys. This commentary has just been all over the place so far. But like I said, just before we were... Engineer, please. But like I was saying, just before we almost smashed into the back of Felipe Massa, we're running with like 70% front wing and 83% rear wing. So I guess that's explanation as to why the straight line speed for us is not quite there and why maybe we might shine through in the middle sector. But let's try and see what we can do up against Massa this time. We know we're going to be really good under brakes. It's just a case of staying with him on the straight here and then just absolutely dive bombing him into this hairpin here. Got him. P2, job done. Let's get away from him and prevent him from going up the inside into turn 1 like he did on the last lap. So how do you do that, Ben? You basically you defend the inside. You try and shut the hell up, engineer. Honestly. Honestly! Can I get a word in? Oh my goodness me, that was some massive distance made up in the braking zone there. Almost collided with the back of Alonso. I knew we were strong under brakes, but that hairpin for us is simply OP. And also, by the way, look at the tyre wear. Everything except for the right front tyre looks pretty darn worn at this point, and we're only 3 laps into this race. Could even do a drive till the tyres explode on F1 2006 with Bridgestones. Who would have thought? No, are we using Michelin's? Either way, these tyres are made to last. I feel really strong through this section. It really sets me up for this straight here. Alonso, even though we squeeze him out and take the lead of the Chinese Grand Prix, we know he's going to fly past us here on the straight. Even if he was in front of us, and he didn't have slipstream. I've touched the brake there. That didn't help. We know the Renault is ridiculously fast in a straight line, but we're going to lunge... Shit, that didn't work out well. That did not work out well at all. Oh, man. Today is not my day. Oh, Alonso's in. Alonso is in a lap early, and that's going to give us the 1-lap overcut that we need to potentially gain the lead of the Chinese Grand Prix. Schumacher moves into 2nd place as Massa makes his pit stop as well. So... let's see what kind of advantage we can get by staying out 1 lap longer. Oh, oil and debris flags. Let's slow down for the mark in the pit lane. Let's hope for a really good pit stop here. If we do get one, we can emerge potentially in the lead of this race. .7.9 is a really good stop there, and we'll see. Someone's retired there. Someone's just pulled in to the pit lane and is not getting serviced. As we rejoin on the track, will we have the lead of the Chinese Grand Prix? That's a Toro Rosso. Alonso is behind me. So we have the effective lead of the Chinese Grand Prix. We've perfected the overcut to perfection. Now, Liuzzi, please, get out of my way. This is quite substantial, guys. This feels like one of the first times we've actually gained in the pit stop phases. Oh, come on! What is this? That is absolute bullcrap right there. Thank you very much, Liuzzi. 5 laps to go now. Everyone has made their stops, and we emerge in the lead of the Chinese Grand Prix. Alonso just a few seconds behind us now. He's definitely closed us in, thanks to Liuzzi holding us up in the midway part of that race. So it's definitely not over yet between myself and Alonso for the race win of the Chinese Grand Prix. Like I said, this feels like one of the first times I've actually gained in the pit stop phases with a nice strategy. Oh, what is this straight line speed, OP? Look at how far back he came from. That is absolutely ridiculous. I'm lucky I've got the braking up my sleeve in order to get past him. Otherwise, I would have felt absolutely robbed at that. But either way, 3 laps to go in this Chinese Grand Prix. Alonso is absolutely flying at this point. I'm going to have to use everything I've got in terms of car pace to keep him behind. Alright, let's get out of the slipstream this time. Let's not give Fernando any favours on this very, very long back straight. And even still, he does make some considerable gains, but he's actually nowhere near us compared to the last time. So the slipstream on F1 2006 must be ridiculously OP. There's no DRS in this era of F1 either, so it's all straight line performance. Here we go. Last lap. We can do this.
Nearly there now, mate. Last lap, so bring it home in one piece.
Gap is 1.5 seconds away. Surely Alonso doesn't have the straight line speed to make up that kind of distance. Yeah, we got this. Final corner, and on my weakest track on the entire calendar, we're going to come across the line and win the Chinese Grand Prix.
You've done it. That's a truly momentous win. You take maximum points from this Grand Prix. Alonso should hang on to finish second. What a race, wonderful stuff. Shanghai has provided yet another fabulous Grand Prix for us to absorb.
So there we go, guys. That has been the Chinese Grand Prix. 1.2 seconds the difference to Fernando Alonso. Ultimately now our championship rival. We're trying to chase him down for 4th place in the standings. It's just a bit of a shame, though, that he keeps finishing directly behind us, and so the points gain over him isn't too dramatic. The gap was 12 points coming into this race, so I'd be very eager to see what it is after this momentous result here in this 2006 season. Only 10 points difference now, but only 2 races left to go in the season. It's going to take an almighty effort, maybe a retirement or something like that for Fernando, and then maybe we might be a chance to snag 4th in the driver's standings. In the constructors, let's have a look. Ferrari are still topping in 1st place, and Toyota, it looks like we're pretty safe there in P5. I don't think we're going to get dislodged by by Red Bull, sorry, and I don't think we'll move up to 4th place either. So it looks like in both championships, it's looking pretty solid for us. Hey, congratulations! A new trophy has been added to your trophy room, and since we're here, we may as well have a little cheeky look if we can. Is it going to let us? No, it's not. We'll take a look at the trophy room at a later date when we come to the end of the season anyway. We will advance time. It looks like we may potentially have a contract offer. So we'll take a look at that. Recruitment. We have a renewal for Panasonic Toyota Racing. Let's see what the terms are. So contract period 11th of the 6th, Season 3. I believe we're already in November, so that must be the 6th of November. So in a few days' time to the end of Season 4. So I'm guessing we don't have a drive, or our contract is set to expire with 2 races left to go. So that's an interesting little predicament we have there. We will be offered the first driver place at the moment, but we can apparently go to the next race. So I'm not too sure what the deal is there with the contract. Let me know down in the comments, guys. I'm not too sure whether if I don't re-sign with Toyota Racing, whether I'll actually get to finish the final race. I'm not too sure, but that has been this episode for today, guys. A momentous win in this 2006 Career Mode Championship, and it just puts us that little bit closer towards securing 4th place in the driver's standings. It's going to be a very long shot. Fernando Alonso, incredible driver in an incredible car. He is definitely a contender. He was the championship winner in 2006, so it's going to be an absolute mountainous task in order to topple him in the driver's standings. But that's pretty much all we have to play for. With 2 races left to go in this series, it's ultimately going to be trying to get 4th place and trying to have some fun and getting some race wins in the process. So thank you guys for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed. And until my next one, guys, I'll see you next time.